We call that region Terai, or the Southern Plains. It's very different from the rest of Nepal. It's a tropical climate with swamps and grasslands, similar to parts of northern India. Most people in Terai have a farm or livestock, but it can be tough to make a decent living there. Before we send you into tiger territory, can I ask you to make one ethical kill and harvest? Check the details on your hunter mate. We carefully screen all contractors to check both their hunting skill level and their ethics. I'm sure you understand why we want to make sure you can choose the right specimen and land an ethical shot. In Buddhism, all living beings are seen as equal. It's a principle that commands to not harm or kill without purpose. It doesn't mean that you can never hunt or kill, but you should never cause any unnecessary suffering. That's why even foreign tourists get a limited number of hunting tickets and a designated hunting block when they come here. You know, some of these animals have lived in Terai much longer than humans. For example, the tiger. So they are a valuable part of this world, just like us. A very clean harvest. Well done. I can see why our counterparts in other reserves were always so positive about you. I can tell that you really are an expert tracker as well. It can be difficult to track specimens in that wet climate, even for Terai people. By the way, did you enjoy the celery? You've only just arrived, but you can probably guess how crucial food is in our culture. Now you and I can dig into that problem tiger together. You see, usually, the tigers and the humans' territories don't overlap. Both are wary of each other and keep their distance. But one of them is making the people in the Terai very nervous. She's been sighted a bit too close to settlements several times in the last couple of days. A really unique one too. A pseudo-melanistic tigress, if you can believe that. First time such a specimen is naturally born in at least 50 years. So we need to get to the bottom of this before any accidents happen. Let's start with the area where Tara was sighted last. Soon you'll meet another of the reserve's conservation officers. His name is Birendra. He and I have been working together for almost 10 years now, ever since I started working here. It took a while, but now I think we're friends. He's lived in the Terai his whole life, so he remembers the time before this region became part of the hunting reserve. Birendradai and I are actually from two different ethnic groups. Traditionally, we don't have the same culture and don't even speak the same language. For centuries, it was very hard to access certain hills and valleys. It's still the case nowadays, to be honest. That's why our country has an incredible cultural diversity. I think over 100 different cultures and just as many languages. Good thing that most people speak Nepali, our official language. I'm Gurung, and my people mostly live in various parts of the hilly region. Some of us are Buddhists, like me, and others are Hindu. Take Birendradai on the other hand. He's Tharu, a group of indigenous cultures that have lived in the southern plains for centuries. They're usually Hindu. Tigress Tara was last sighted. It's important we try to find patterns in her roaming. Try to spot any recent bug marks and track them. Be on your guard, of course. You're on their turf now, not ours. I've been trying to call Birendra since he was supposed to help you with the tiger and it's his area. But I guess he's on Nepali time. He's a good man. Don't count on him to show emotion. And get ready for some serious grumbling. But I've seen how he is with the teenager that helps him on the farm. So I know there's a heart behind that frown. That poor kid, Manish. His family's had it rough money-wise. So now he sees Birendra like his grandfather, I guess. Well done. It's impressive to see your expertise as a tracker, even in terrain that was unfamiliar to you. So what have we got? What? Partially eaten livestock and a backpack only a few meters away. Could you take a closer look at the carcasses? I see. Based on how you're describing the teeth marks, I'll have to assume that was a tiger. Tara. Tigers, they sometimes eat livestock out in the wild. That's pretty common, and unfortunately, that's always a major financial problem for the owners. But now this one seems to attack animals directly next to humans, which means that she's become way too comfortable with our presence. I'm worried that we might have an urgent threat on our hands. Could you please keep following that track? I'm getting you some backup. A rainstorm? Yeah, they're a thing in the tropical climate of the Terai sometimes. But it's not monsoon season yet, so let's hope it will be a short one. What? The rainstorm has washed away the tiger's tracks. All of them. If you can't find any more tracks, that's okay. We'll just have to try something else. This could be really bad. I can't shake the feeling that Tara might become a man-eater. For what it's worth, I really appreciate you jumping right in and following through on such a dangerous assignment, even though you've only just arrived here. We couldn't have expected something like this.
Hello, Smita. Do you read? Oh, are you the new contractor? Good to meet you. My name is Virendra Maji.
Ah, Virendra-dai, at last. Yes, and our new colleague has already been able to track the tiger. It attacked livestock right next to a human.
Yes, I know. The backpack belongs to a young woman who lives in a village south of the river. She is fine now, but she felt the tiger wanted to attack her too. The tiger was roaming near my village today. One neighbor even thinks he saw a Kichkandi, a sort of female ghost. They are all very scared, as you can imagine. You and I need to go there and help them.
Everyone in the world has heard about some of our folklore creatures, like the Yeti. I mean, it's a cool legend, and it's great for tourism. But you know that I'm more worried about threats in the real world, either to animals or to us. Not some mysterious spirit that saps your life force.
Do not make fun of what we do not understand, Asmita. You know, I saw strange things when I was a young man. In the young generation, some people do not believe. But I believe that there is a world we do not see. And I pray several times a day.
You know I'm not making fun of religion, Virendra-dai. But I find some of these folklore stories a bit hard to believe.